Good morning. Everybody wants to know, what is it like? A day in the life of a work camper. What do you do all day? Well, this gig is coming to an end. So we have one more month here. And then where we go? Who knows? But today, I'm going to take you with me so you can see what my day is like here in the park. So let's get to work. Okay, now we made it to the office. I checked the message board, get in the door, start my morning routine. So let's get in. Okay, so now we need to run our reports to find out who came in and who did not. And you're gonna just work off of this all day anyway. So I put in my password and we're gonna get busy. The next part I like is outside. We're gonna take a ride around, see who's here, who didn't show up, who came throughout the night. Boy, I am glistening in this sun because I'm right by the window. And I'm gonna look and see what we have here, and then we're gonna get the keys and get out there and tour around the park, and I'll show you around the park. So what are you waiting for? Get busy. You have work to do. Okay, we made to our portion outside. Fun stuff. We're getting ready to water the grass and get that going. Trying not to kill myself and slipping and falling and pulling the sprinklers up, because sometimes they stick in the ground. Here we go. It's time for the grass to be cut. Alright, so they'll start coming up. View's beautiful here in the morning. They'll start coming up. We'll start pulling them up, and then we'll do our rounds. Oh, this one is wetting the concrete. And two more that need to be pulled up. Usually we have a golf cart, but it broke down, so now we have to drive the Jeep. I like the golf cart better though. You really get a feel of the park. Alright. Now that that's done, let me show you guys the covered wagons. Aren't those cool? People actually rent those and stay in them. And they have a queen bed in there with the bunk bed, a table, and heat and air. So they are super cool. But we're gonna get busy. Okay, you guys, that's pretty much rounds. Nothing spectacular. Kind of just driving around the park, see who's here, who's gone, and then we'll do another trip around the park about 11:45ish to see that those are supposed to have left. They're gone by checkout time. So that's about it as far as the morning. So we'll get back in the store and I'll show you guys kind of what we do in the morning. Okay, now we're back inside. I usually check the cooler to kind of see what we need to restock. And we come back here to do that. Light on, light on. It's pretty chilly in here, but it feels good on a hot day. So as you can see, there is some stuff to stock. So we're gonna start that. Okay, so we got everything kind of stocked, kind of pushed in, filled in. We'll go and check coffee, make sure that's ready, and then if anybody wants to come in, we got like 10 minutes before we open. So, here we go. Close this up. The ice chest it's okay. I probably do ice later. I won't do that now. So we'll just go through and make sure your doors are closed because they pop open. Alright. Everything kind of looks good. We're almost there. We don't have any more of this stuff, which is perfectly fine with me. Alright. Alright, I think we're done here. Coffee looks good. Kind of just straighten it up a little bit. And I think we're open for business. Okay, you guys, a lot of what I do in the morning is pretty much just straightening up and kind of checking things and making sure everything's well stocked and kind of backing the floor and kind of go over things and make sure it's nice and clean and answer the phone and take messages and really want to, you know, make sure that the guests have a great experience when they walk in the store by greeting them, asking if they need any help, making reservations for people, checking people in, checking people out. So it's not rocket science. It's pretty easy. It does has its down moments, especially when the season is when the season is not as busy. So when it first kicked off around Memorial Day weekend, it was usually 2 of us in here because it was very busy in the morning, whether it was just the phones all the time, people making reservations, or people checking in early, or the store full with families. We were busy. But now everybody's kind of on their way home, or, you know, they're just stopping through. They're just one-nighters. A lot of times, you know, it's not very busy. The phone doesn't ring very much, so you kind of try to find stuff to do to keep yourself busy so you don't slam your head on the table from just sitting here by yourself most of the day. But It's pretty good. We'll finish up today. It's not a whole lot to see after this point. Whatever I think is interesting, I'll bring it to you. If you have any questions, drop them below. One of the things, how you find the job, what we did was we paid for a little membership. It was like $50 for the year. And you get access to all these work camping jobs, but it's only with KOA. So you can go and look and see where you'd like to be, and boom, send your resume. And it's not even a traditional resume. It's more like on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think your skill is? Beginner, intermediate, professional, blah, 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 blah. So you can kind of do that and then tell them a little bit about yourself, and you send your resume off, and then voila, somebody sends you an email and say, hey, we're interested in FaceTime interviewing with you. And you say, great, I can do it at such and such a time. And you can get jobs that way. Like I said, right now, my mental health prevents me from working a full-time 9-to-5 job. And so this works out well to a certain extent. And so if you're one of those people who are looking to do full-time RVing and kind of semi-retire from the 9-to-5, but you can't afford not to work, this is a good little option that you can choose and still get some travel in. I would suggest going someplace that's not so remote. Like we're here in Ely, Nevada. It's a dot on the map. And they have one grocery store and 2 Family Dollars, and that's about it. And so if you want Walmart or anything, you'll have to receive it by postal service or UPS or FedEx. And if you're anything like me, I just hate waiting on things because you have to wait weeks for it to come in the mail, and you need it today. So you don't have the conveniences of running down to Walmart. They have a few restaurants here, but you don't have choices. You have Mexican, I think Italian, a little tiny Asian restaurant place, and pizza. And so if you're a person that likes variety, then those are things you need to look for. Like for me, my faith is important, so I wanted to find a church that was not very far and a work camping position that would rotate around my religious beliefs as far as my day of worship. So I know a lot of campsites are very busy on the weekend and they can't afford to have people off, but the management here was very accommodating, and they were willing to give me Saturday off so I could attend church. So those are some things to think about when you are applying for jobs, because a lot of times people get here and they're like, oh, but I need this, and oh, but I need that. And I try to tell them up front, because I don't want to get all the way to a place and then say, oh, by the way, I need this. And they're like, oh, no, we can't accommodate that. So you want to make sure you are like 110% up front with what you can and can't do. If you can't vacuum, or you can't stock shelves, or you can't put up merchandise, all you can do is sit at the register. You need to make that well known in the interview process. It's okay if they don't pick you. There are thousands of KOAs that are hiring. Somebody will say, we can work with that. So it's always better just to be honest and upfront about your limitations, about your religious beliefs. I'm not saying, be weird about it, but just say, hey, I attend church on such a day and I'd like to have it off. I hope that's not going to be an issue. And if it is, I totally understand. And that was pretty much the conversation I had. Most of the states that you work, people are looking for seasons. There are some that are full-time year-round if you want to be in one space for a year or 6 months. I believe this particular work that we accepted was a little too long for us. We got here in April and we'll be leaving next month in September. And I would have liked to have something just a little bit shorter, or this time frame but closer to things so we could explore more. Right now we're like 3.5 hours from anything. And we've been out camping. You could check our Salt Lake City video. We went there to Antelope Island. We also went to the zoo there. We went to the Bonneville Salt Flats, and we went to Bryce National Park. And Bryce was like 4 hours and change away, and Salt Lake City is like 3.5 hours. But that's not something you could do all the time. So it'd be nice to have stuff close to you that you can run to and spend the weekend when you have a long weekend. A lot of these work camping jobs, they wanna do it 4 days a week, and so you can let them know your availability or how often you're looking to work. And I just recommend being honest up front, just So you're happy, they're happy. They get a good work camper from you, and you're not there regretting being there. And so, being that we're full-time RVers, our house rolls. We go wherever we want. We want to make it back towards the Nashville area because we want to be there for the holidays, to be with family. So we'll figure that out as we go. But let's get back to work. If you have any questions, drop them below. All right, back to work. Okay, you guys, the day is just about over, so I'm waiting on my relief people to come in, and they usually start trucking up here in about 5 or 10 minutes. And so I just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a wrap up on my day. Like I said, it's not really too busy. As you can see, it's just a lot of little busy work, phone calls, people coming in, kind of entertaining folks. It's not hard. I mean, would I rather be out traveling? Absolutely. But I am starting my own craft store where I'm making some different items, coasters and stuff like that. And it's called Crap I Made. And so you can check out my store if you want to support us or support me. I'm the one making them. My husband is phenomenal with helping with the legwork as far as making sure my wood's sanded down. And I'm going to do some videos showing you how I work from my camper. But right now I am trying to get my store up and running, and I will put a link to my Instagram page where you can see some of the legwork that I've been doing thus far. But my store hopefully will be up and running soon. So maybe we won't have to do this next year. But I just wanted to let those who are wondering, what is work camping? What exactly do you do? What does the day look like? Well, this is what the day looks like. It's pretty much hobnobbing with other RVers or people that are camping, making sure that just like when you want a pleasant place to come in and visit and pleasant people, you're that way to them when they come in and check in. Making sure this stuff is stocked. As a camper, you get 10% off or whatever it is you buy. And it's a really easy day. Now, me myself, I'd like to take a break from working just to kind of focus on my mental health, and I just need to find a way to be able to have some income, but at the same time be able to work on that as well. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave that below. Hit that notification bell and that subscription. If you have not yet subscribe and do that. We're going to be leaving here in a month, so our videos content is going to be picking up because we're going to be doing some traveling on our way going west, and I don't want you to miss that. I want to thank you for sticking it out with me today at work as I am getting in there, working it out. But watching this video, I know it's a long one, but like I said, any questions, please feel free to drop them below. I'll be more than happy to let you know any questions. And so that's my day. It starts with a cup of coffee and it ends with working for yourself, trying to get things off the ground. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure you are subscribing because you never know what I may be doing, talking about, or even end up. And I appreciate all your likes, comments, and your subscribes. So thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.